welcome or welcome back. My name is Laura, and today we're going to do January finished pages. I don't have a ton, but for me it's pretty good. I have a lot of whips that I'm not going to show you today. I'll show them in another video, but I just didn't quite finish them all and just ended up creating a bunch of whips. So we're going to start with Johanna Basford's Small Victories. So I did, let's put this is just my blotter page. I did do a lot of pages in here. So I did this one. I don't remember what pencils I used for this, probably Artex. Or Arteza. I think Artex. And I did this one. This was Arteza. My goal was to have like dark backgrounds, and they didn't turn out as dark as I had hoped, but it's got a little bit of gold detail. I don't think you can see that though. This one, that one was fun. Just, I got a little bit of ink over here, but just a little, I got a little ink over here too. I did the butterflies in gel pen, and the rest in pencil. I enjoyed how this one came out. This one was fun to do, just like wildflowers, you know, no rhyme or reason. Oh, we did that one. Okay, so here's this one, little turtle. I did the turtle with Artex and the flowers with Polychromos and Prismacolor. I think he came out pretty cute. I did the fruit page. I struggled a little bit figuring out what all the fruits were. Like in particular this one down here, which I finally decided was a mangosteen. I don't know if that's really true. At first I thought it was a persimmon. But like the segmented inside looked more like a mangosteen. And this one, I'm still unsure. I chose it to be passion fruit, but passion fruit doesn't really look like that on the top. And then this one I had no idea at all. I made it up because cherries are up here. So I don't know what that was supposed to be. If you know what this is supposed to be, please let me know. I'd love to know. And then I think I decided those were, I can't remember what they were called, some kind of berries. Anyway. Orange, raspberry, pineapple, watermelon, blueberry, apple, cherry, I can't remember, strawberries, pomegranate and pear, lemon and lime, grapes, something, papaya, mangosteen, and something. I don't know, started making it up as I went along. This one was Artex pencils with Artex acrylic marker background. The page doesn't really want to lie flat, but it's so what I did was I took the yellow from this page and gave that one a yellow background, took the pink from this page, gave that one a pink background, took the purple, gave it a purple background, took the blue, gave it a blue background, so everything is kind of cohesive, and it kind of worked. The colors aren't exact, but it made it an easy way to figure out what to do for the background. Then we've got the space page, which I've been working on for a long time, and then I just kind of left it. I started with Arteza for like the main circles, and then I did Artex on top, and then I did Jelly Roll Moonlight on top of that, and the background is a black Artex acrylic marker. I'm losing my microphone, hang on. But yeah, I had a really good time with this page. I decided to leave the stars white because they just made a really good contrast to everything. I had a really good time. I had a really good time with all the gel pen in the circles, so I need to do that more often. That's a whip. That's it from Small Victory, so I did quite a few in there. There's this page too. Let's go back to this one. I forgot to put this in the thumbnail. So I finished this page. This was a disaster of a page, I'm going to be honest. The pencil stuff in the middle here with the crab and the circle is Artex. And then I went on top of it with Jelly Roll Moonlight and some gold. And then I decided I wanted to do a background. So I did an acrylic paint background with Arteza metallic watercolor, and they were like in tubes. They weren't like craft paint, they were in tubes. So that's why it's a little glossy. And I used it, and I had used these paints before, but not this color. And I used it and immediately had some kind of chemical reaction in my eyes. You know, I didn't like get it in my eyes, but just like the fumes coming off of it, I guess. Even though it didn't smell bad, it must have been, chemical fumes coming off of it that really irritated my eyes. Like for the next hour, my eyes were burning. So I ended up throwing all that paint away. I do think it turned out kind of like it's a really shiny page. It was fun, but that part was not fun. But so then to try and detract from the streakiness, I went over and made bubbles everywhere. I just used a circle stencil and then went over with acrylic marker, and then I kind of went around the base, like the edges of the crab with acrylic marker to fill in where I didn't get the acrylic paint. But yeah, it's done. And I won't be using those paints anymore. I'll try something different. So, but then earlier in the month, I had finished this page, which I really like. The background is a metallic marker, and all the leaves are Prismacolor and Polychromos, and there's gold detail. I don't know if you're gonna, but with the background shiny, it's kind of hard to see the gold detail and the stars and everything, but it's there. And I outlined the stars in Jelly Roll Moonlight to make them really pop. Did some of that with the house. It was just a fun page. I really enjoyed it, and took me a long time. This was a whip from a few months ago because all those leaves, man, I thought those leaves were going to be fun. They were not. It was going to be a fun, relaxing, repetitive thing. It got so boring so fast. So I don't think I'll be doing that again, where I do something all the same. Maybe I'll do like a gradient, like from here to here or something, and do different colors. I don't know. Needs to be different. Oh no. Look at that. See all these circles? When I did the circles on this page, I used a white Lango gel pen, and this metallic marker pushed onto the next page. It's coming off a bit though. Wasn't really planning on doing a background on this page. This page is really dirty from this metallic marker. I guess I should have put a piece of tissue paper in front of it. You live and learn. Not my favorite page, so that's okay. That was out of Magical World by Johanna Basford. Next, we've got Peachy Pie Fairytales, Volume 2. I've recently come to believe that this is an AI book. Peachy Pie books are no longer available on Amazon. They are all out of print. And some of the reviews were led me to believe that this was AI, and then I looked really carefully at all of the pictures and found some discrepancies, and it sucks. It sucks because the creator of this book specifically said these were hand-drawn images, but I really don't think they are. So that, being lied to it sucks. But I have the book and I'm enjoying coloring in it, so I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. So I did Fairy Godmother. Messed up her mouth a little bit, but she's got some gold. And so what I did was, I've been really into, in these cute and cozy books, I've been really into basing with water-based marker, some of it, and then going in with pencil on top. So that's what I did like for most of her dress, except for the sleeves. I based it with marker and then I went in with pencil, and I think it gives it this really cool effect. So yeah, that's that. I think she turned out cute. Then I've got Cinderella, and the only part I'm missing that I forgot to do is her crown, but I was going to do it in metallic marker, so I just need to go do that. I don't have one right here. But yeah, all of her dress was based in water-based marker, and her hair, I think. And then the rest was pencil. But I think it's a cool combination of marker and pencil. Like, you get some really deep colors that way. And then I think having the contrast between the marker areas and marker and pencil and just pencil is a nice contrast. Everything's not so saturated. So I did enjoy that. I've got another whip in here too. And we've got Cottage Friends, Cute and Cozy Coloring Book by Jeanette Veronica. As you can see, I've gone in and colored all the animals the same color. So I did this one. What about it? The only thing colored in marker originally was the animal's fur and the doggy hair. I accidentally colored those little bits of dirt flowers. I thought they were flowers. I didn't realize she was digging a hole and that was the dirt for the plant. I just wasn't paying attention. Wish I hadn't colored the house green too, because now there's just a lot of green, but that's okay. You know, I think it's a cute page. And I had a fun time coloring it, which is all that really matters. That's from Cottage Friends. And we've got one from Fairy Fuzz by Anna Amelia. And this was my first finished page in here. So I colored a lot of the stained glass in marker and the leaves in marker and his little hat. So everything else is in pencil. And the leaves over here are marker too. Everything else is in pencil, and I just think it's a good contrast. Might go back and add some gold to his wings or something, just for funsies. I love the little frog. I love the little frog in these books. That's all I have finished in this book right now. This was the first page I finished of the month. This, it says $12.29, but then I went back and added more, and I've missed something. Right here, these little spikes right here need to be colored in with watercolor pencil, but I forgot, so I need to take these out. These are leaving residue. These little magnetic bookmarks, they're leaving residue on the page, and they're leaving indents on the page. So we're just going to I'm not going to use these anymore. Did I get them all? No. I don't want to ruin this book. Okay. Back to this one. So this was done with lots of shinies, watercolor pencil, Languo, like these plus Lengua Plus pens. Some gel pen, like some silver gel pen, metallic watercolor in areas, glitter pen. Honestly, I threw everything at it, and I really like how it turned out. Nice and shiny, really pretty. So that was the first page from this month. From Moon Valley, this was a gift from my mom. I did this page. I based everything with, hang on, I'll show you, with these mild liners, zebra mild liners. Depending on what you have, they're either in English or in Japanese. But I based everything besides the background. The background's just pencil. But I based everything in that. I can't remember if I based the skin or not. I might have. But, and then I went over everything with pencil. I didn't base the doves. I just did that with pencil. But I think she turned out really pretty. I like the soft colors that those mild liners give. I've really been into using them lately. So I'm continuing to use them. I'll talk about them a little more in another video. And we have, a lot of those were untouched books, by the way, uncolored books. This one, this one, this one. And this one I didn't have a finished page in. So all of these books and Wonderful Wildflowers were all uncolored books. Wonderful Wildflowers, I just did the title page. There's some glitter on there, or some gold. I don't know that you can really see that though. But there's just I dotted some gold around it. But this was with, I think this was Arteza pencils. I just wanted a quick win, you know, start somewhere in this beautiful book. Looking forward to these pages and doing them the same because I like that they're mirror images of each other. So a lot of good pages in this book that I'd like to do. And then finally a whip that from Lost Ocean that I finally finished this seahorse page. This was from like last year sometime. I don't even know when, but I finally finished it. It's not like it was that complicated either. I covered up like all the details with just one color. So it wasn't that bad. It just took me a long time. But I'm happy to have it finished. I'm happy to have those. I realized I had kept those pencils out in a pencil pouch, and I didn't realize they weren't in with my regular pencils. So this whole time I had been coloring with less pencils than anticipated. So I'm very happy with that one. The seahorse is very cute. So that is it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 pages. So that's pretty darn good, I think. And there will be just a lot of pages for February too, because I've got all these whips going on. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I'll be posting another video soon about kind of like an updates video, and I'll be posting a color and chat as well. Not sure which is going to come out first, so you'll see. Thank you for joining me. Everyone take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.